Hi, and welcome to Kane's Top 5 Under 5, the five most important stories in cybersecurity for July 2024. This month, it's almost all about the law. Our first story is about the recent SEC settlement with R.R. Donnelley and Sons Company, RRD, for not maintaining adequate internal accounting and disclosure controls. The SEC claims that RRD violated Section 13b(2)(b) of the Security Exchange Act of 1934. RRD agreed to a $2.125 million civil penalty. This is the second instance where the SEC has used Section 13b(2)(b) following a cyber attack, with the first case against SolarWinds Corporation still in litigation. Two SEC commissioners have publicly criticized this approach, arguing it overextends the SEC's reach by using unrelated statutes to enforce cybersecurity controls. This criticism is similar to that of the FTC's use of Section 5 of the FTC Act for cybersecurity requirements. The SEC's broad interpretation could mean that companies' information systems are assets, and unauthorized access could lead to SEC violations, potentially regulating public companies' cybersecurity practices. The outcome of the SolarWinds case will further test this enforcement strategy. Our second story is an update about the FTC and MGM. The FTC recently requested the U.S. District Court for the District of Nevada to enforce a civil investigative demand, CID, related to the September 2023 breach at MGM. MGM's refused to comply with the FTC's demand, and because a CID is like an administrative subpoena, this will be the first time a judge is looking at the FTC's request. The FTC argues that it has the right to acquire data and records from the MGM regarding the cyber attack. They've emphasized that investigating this incident is crucial because MGM has experienced several breaches since 2019, which compromise consumers' personal information. The outcome of this case could have significant implications for how companies respond to federal investigations into cybersecurity breaches. Our third story isn't about litigation. Fitch Ratings, a prominent credit agency, released a report on the impact of cyber attacks on the water and sewer sector. Despite common concerns, Fitch believes these attacks are unlikely to be significant for the rated utilities. Fitch emphasizes that the water and sewer utilities they rate, which are mainly large and financially robust, are well equipped to handle cyber risks. While smaller systems with limited staff and resources are more vulnerable, Fitch has not downgraded any rated water and sewer utilities due to cyber breaches. They assess cyber attacks as an asymmetric risk, focusing on governance systems and management responses. Financial impacts from breaches, such as increased operating costs and reduced liquidity, could lead to negative rating actions. Additionally, cyber breaches may compound financial pressures from inflation and regulatory mandates, potentially resulting in rate increases. But this runs counter to the frequent media narrative about cyber risks to utilities. Turning back to the courts, our fourth story is about the Supreme Court, who agreed to hear a case involving Facebook and Amalgamated Bank. The case will decide if risk disclosures can be considered false or misleading if they do not include a past risk that has already occurred but poses no future threat. The Supreme Court's ruling could clarify the standards for risk disclosures nationwide. This is based on a divided decision by the Ninth Circuit panel, which found that Facebook could be liable for securities fraud under Section 10b due to its 10K disclosures. Facebook's disclosures suggested that security breaches and improper access to user data could harm Facebook's business, even though Facebook knew that Cambridge Analytica had improperly accessed user data. The court's majority stated that Facebook's risk disclosures were misleading since the risk had already happened, while the dissent argued that the statements did not imply that no breaches had occurred. Oral arguments are set for October 2024, with a decision expected by September 2025. Our fifth story is an interesting case from the 11th Circuit Court of Appeals. Circuit Judge Newsom, known for his focus on plain language, offers a unique perspective on using AI in judicial settings. Most discussions about AI in courtrooms revolve around bans and restrictions. However, Judge Newsom sees potential for AI, particularly large language models, to aid in interpreting legal texts. In his detailed analysis, spanning 32 pages, Judge Newsom explores how AI can help judges and lawyers understand the common meanings of words, which is a critical aspect of resolving contractual disputes. The appendix includes prompts and responses from various large language models and practical applications. This approach suggests a controlled, thoughtful integration of AI in legal proceedings, emphasizing its role in clarifying language rather than replacing human judgment. This could mark a shift in how AI is used in the legal field. Thanks for watching today, and if you'll be at Black Hat this year, DM me on LinkedIn and we might be able to get together.